Hello, Vikram Chalana. This is such a cool moment because I haven't told you yet. Actually, Pictory was the very first video creator tool that I tested for my website. Like 1.5 years ago, you guys were already up front. And so this is very cool. Thank you so much for taking your time.
Awesome. Thank you, Lily. Thanks for the invite. Happy to be here.
Awesome. So I would like to know, like, what does Pictory do better than other video creator tools?
Yeah, so we have had a big focus on making it really easy to use. That's been kind of our big focus. And I want to kind of drill down a little bit more into it. We started Pictory. We came in from the business world. Like I was the CTO, my co-founder Abid was a product marketing guy, and we wanted to make a video tool that either of us could use or any business person could use who didn't have any video background. And I feel like that's the journey we're on, and I feel like we're succeeding at that. We're a lot of our customers that we talked to, they said, this is exactly, I'm not a video person, and you built a tool that I can still use to create videos. So that ease of use and giving them a broad set of functionality, so you don't have to use multiple tools. That's been our journey.
It's funny because that's exactly what I wrote into my review. My God, finally a tool that makes editing easy, like doesn't overwhelm you technically, And also, of course, the really nice, like huge stock library. I think that was very new when you guys came out as well. Okay, but what about then the future? Like what exciting new features do you have planned?
Yeah, so there's such a busy roadmap. And we're constantly prioritizing things, but just some things that are coming imminent are, we're gonna improve our voiceover significantly. We're gonna allow you to bring in more voices, throw in voices, perhaps bring avatars of yours into the video. We'll let you do things like generative imagery, generative videos right from within the product. The most immediate thing you're going to see actually as of next week. So I'm going to do a little sneak peek here, but we're working on AI assistant for writing scripts right from within Pictory. So you don't have to, right now you have to go to ChatGPT perhaps or other tools to create the script. Now you're going to be able to do it right there, and we have prompts optimized for video creation. So you can just start with an idea, and it'll come up with a video very quickly. So that's kind of, and there's like so many more things that we're working on, but those are some of the early ideas that you'll see.
Very cool. Like my ears are like big because you said you plan to integrate the video Gen AI, and I think that's what I read also on your LinkedIn profile. So that's a big thing, right? Like it will make Pictory basically a tool for everything in video. Like now you have, the Runway and Luma, and it's all separate tools, but that will make you like the ultimate video AI toolbox. Like, can you give us more or less a timeline there?
Yeah, so we're still experimenting. Those models, as I mentioned, are changing every day.
Yes.
Like we're seeing new versions of it come out every day, and it's improving and getting better. So I want to get to a point where I can feel like our users, our business users, are able to leverage these models and use these very easily. So I'm still experimenting. We're still waiting, and perhaps kind of second half of the year you'll start seeing us integrate some of those things into Pictory.
That's
the timeline we're working towards.
Okay, very cool. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Okay, if we look even more into the future now, and this will be a tricky topic, I think, would you say that in 10 years, Hollywood will be completely different. Do we still have production teams? Do we need them? I would guess maybe actors, yes, because they have a personality and we need to connect with them, right? But what about all the other people that so far maybe had to fly to Mexico to shoot that one scene in the sunset? Like, do you think this will still be like the setup of a production team will be similar, or will it be completely different?
I am really bad at predicting the future. So I, because every time I think I figured it out, it changes. So, but it will, there will be changes. We'll definitely see changes. We'll see um, costs improve for productions. We'll see more dramatic things. We'll see more unimaginable things, and really like what AI versus humans. What humans are really good at is imagination, and because all the AI is based on what humans imagine in the past is what we'll see in the future. So everything, like, we'll see more imaginative things, and we'll see yeah, I mean, it will become easier for certain people to start video production, for business people like us to start create videos and create better quality videos. And with Hollywood and the likes, we'll see them create even better, even more fantastic, more realistic stuff. Yeah.
I think that's a really good point, but that also means, like, for example, art house who have like smaller budgets, maybe they will be producing much more, right? Like us, the viewers will benefit actually from this new possibilities. Okay.
Yeah, a lot more content, a lot more personalization, a lot more interesting things that will come. And that's like that. That's what my human ingenuity is amazing. And we are very, very smart, and we'll figure out different things that will produce.
I like the positiveness. I agree with you. I think this is very exciting times. Okay, I want to ask you a couple of more questions, more general about AI. Like, my favorite question is, what is the craziest thing you heard about AI so far? It can be from any area.
Yeah, this one I read about it last week, and I was blown away. I think they only showed parts of it. There was a video that was released where a AI VC interviewed an entrepreneur and decided to invest, signed the term sheet, and transferred the money all within 30 minutes. The whole VC was an AI agent, the venture capitalist, and to me that was mind blowing. Like, that's possible, but I can see it. I can see it being possible. I can see, because investors make decisions. Well, some of it is based on their gut, but a lot of it is based on objective data. And AI is really good at objective decision making. And I can totally see AI-enabled venture capitalists, AI-enabled investors. But to me, that was like the last thing I heard that just blew my mind. Another thing I heard, I think in 2023, when ChatGPT first came out, somebody said, I'm gonna have AI create a business for me. So they built an AI agent which basically did everything for their business. Like, came up with the business idea, build the website, build the payment collection. So he just, like, literally, it was an autopilot, and he was sharing his progress every day. Like, okay, today my business made $500. Next week it made, $5,000 a month, and it was everything. Like, the product it was selling was AI generated, the website was AI generated. So that was another one that was
very cool,
mind blowing.
Very cool. And the VC thing, it was a real transaction. It wasn't just a demo. Like,
it was a real transaction.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where you have to be like cold-blooded, right? Like, you can't have any emotion. Okay.
Well, yeah, from the entrepreneur perspective, I can imagine like how they're reacting to it.
Okay, great. I would love to know what AI tools, let's say, except for Pictory, do you use the most in your personal life? Like maybe typically AI tools, not just like, AI integrations.
Yeah, I use ChatGPT a lot. I use Gemini. Those are my two common go-to things right now.
Okay, perfect. Saving probably tons of time.
For different things, like for helping me brainstorm ideas, I built some agents of my own or custom GPTs where I fed in some data and then I ask it questions and then so yeah. I wouldn't consider myself like the power user. Probably I have people in my company who are fantastic with prompts and really good, but I think I use it a lot. Yeah, for a bunch of different things.
So, what other area, except for video Gen AI or video creators, should people keep an eye on? Maybe you have a little bit more information about things that we as the end user don't know, like developments and I know AI agents. Everybody's crazy about, but anything else that you think this is going to be really interesting?
Yeah, the agents are an interesting use case. We launched on Pictory. We launched our first support agent. So if you go on the bottom and ask it questions, it's an AI agent now, and there will be agents for different things. And there's already a lot of our development team uses different coding tools like Cursor and so on to help them with the making coding faster. And some of the other things that I hear about people a lot, like I think a lot of automation. I hear a lot about like these meeting recorders that will summarize and pop up action items for you and do that kind of stuff. And I'm sure you've seen some of that. So yeah, I mean, I think even beyond videos, there's a lot that you've probably seen and we'll continue to see more of.
Absolutely, yeah. What about any tips, tricks, or hacks for using AI better or also to get the best out of Pictory? Like, do you have some advice how to make actually the AI give you the best answers or the best results?
So this is the feature that we're launching in a couple of weeks. The script AI assistant to help you with the script. So all our hacks are gonna be incorporated into that AI agent. So that would be an exciting thing. In terms of other hacks, I'll tell you one hack that is not pictorially related, but I think more and more people should be using it. Is I don't know. I end up filling out a lot of forms online. Sometimes these forms are questionnaires that customers sent us. Sometimes these are just forms online that I'm filling out for different things. And these days I am using AI to help me fill out those forms. It's just like,
Nice.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just copy and paste from ChatGPT works really well. I just put the questions in there. ChatGPT will give me answers, and this is where there'll be some of my personal information in there, like if there is stuff about me that I'm trying to fill out in the form or about my company, and then the ChatGPT of course remembers that stuff, and then it gives me the right answers. So it's really helping me with these form filling, and then I can imagine on the other side the person receiving the forms or reviewing the forms are also using AI to to help them process the form inputs. Yes,
And at some point, it's only going to be the AIs talking to each other.
which is the dystopian scenario that people talk about all the time. Yes.
That's true. Okay. Well, if we're talking about dystopia, I wonder, do you think the internet, or no, let's say AI, will have a bigger impact on our lives than the internet had?
Uh, Maybe over a very long period of time, because even like internet took a while to kind of penetrate it completely. And now we feel like, okay, now it's everywhere, and we don't think about it. And I think it's gonna take a while for AI to have the same impact. Um, but over time, perhaps you could say that it's gonna have bigger impact. But perhaps impact on different things, like with creativity and writing and things like that. So yeah, and I think, like, I'm a very positive, optimistic person, and I think I don't have a dystopian view of AI. I think it's gonna be a big help on so many different things. Um, Everything is gonna be move faster, and will help us create stuff faster, and so and that'll have benefit everybody more.
I think that's the perfect last words for this interview. Yes, let's stay positive towards AI. I agree with you. And especially if somebody says that, who is like so at the forefront, of creating new tools, that makes me very happy. Awesome. Thank you so much for this interview. It was a real pleasure.
Thank you, Lily. It was a pleasure. Absolutely.